I have a big project I need to bring in, but I have air ran in here and air conditioning, and this fan vents the fumes outside. You can see I have the 3 lights so I don't get any shadows. This room is 8 foot by 12 foot. And then this room over here is our craft room, mainly for my mom. This room is 12 foot by 14 foot. And it's also air conditioned. And it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I still have to do my dust collection, which you see sitting here, but it's not hooked up yet. And then this will eventually be cabinetry, where we will have a miter station and some drawers to store things. Still a work in progress. I did install a bathroom facility here, mainly for mom again. But we have an in-shop bathroom. I'm a big coffee guy, so we have a kitchen with a coffee maker and refrigerator. And then up here is the sink and also the mechanic area. If I need to turn any wrenches, I can do that from here. So thanks for looking around, guys. I am so happy with my shop, and I really appreciate the opportunity to show it to you. I'm Kevin Linderman, and I wanted to show you guys around my new Mallett Premium building. And one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today was how impressed I was with Mallett as a company. I'm a pretty particular person, as you're probably going to be able to tell when you look at the inside of the shop, but I couldn't find one thing to complain about. All the crews showed up on time. They did exactly what was expected. They cleaned up after themselves. They finished in time, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the whole process. Mallett Building updated my text messages every so often. Mallett Building would text me the updates on what was going to happen next the whole time, kept me abreast of the latest developments. So I would give Mallett Buildings a 10 out of 10. One of the things that I was the most concerned about when I went to order my building was, is it going to be big enough? What size do I actually need? I ended up purchasing a 40 by 80, and the front 20 feet is the awning that you see. So the enclosed building is 40 by 60. And so come on, I'll show you around and you can see what actually fits in a 40 by 60. So I do different industrial steel projects. You can see I have a lot of big industrial equipment, and I have plenty of room to get around. I even have room to set things on the floor if I have a really large project that doesn't fit on the welding table. And then in this back corner over here is where I have all of the automotive. Wash my truck, put diesel exhaust fluid in. This is also where I keep my bolts and screws in this gray cabinet, and I decided to go with shop air. So I have 3/4 inch air running throughout the whole shop. This is my sharpening station if I need to sharpen a chainsaw or work on any small engines. And then you can see my wood shop is on this side over here. Now you can tell about how much better the metal side looks than the wood side. I'm more of a metal guy than a wood shop guy. Right here, I developed a paint booth because no matter what project I do, I'm gonna end up painting it at some point. And so this is air conditioned. There's double doors in case I have a big project I need to bring in, but I have air ran in here and air conditioning, and this fan vents the fumes outside. You can see I have the 3 lights so I don't get any shadows. This room is 8 foot by 12 foot. And then this room over here is our craft room, mainly for my mom. This room is 12 foot by 14 foot. and it's also air conditioned. And it's still a little bit of a work in progress. I still have to do my dust collection, which you see sitting here, but it's not hooked up yet. And then this will eventually be cabinetry, where we will have a miter station and some drawers to store things. Still a work in progress. I did install a bathroom facility here, mainly for, for mom again. But we have an in-shop bathroom. I'm a big coffee guy, so we have a kitchen with a coffee maker and refrigerator. And then up here is the sink and also the mechanic area. If I need to turn any wrenches, I can do that from here. So thanks for looking around, guys. I am so happy with my shop, and I really appreciate the opportunity to show it to you. I'm Kevin Linderman, and I wanted to show you guys around my new Mallett Premium building. And one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today was how impressed I was with Mallett as a company. I'm a pretty particular person, as you're probably going to be able to tell when you look at the inside of the shop, but I couldn't find one thing to complain about. All the crews showed up on time. They did exactly what was expected. They cleaned up after themselves. They finished in time, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the whole process. Mallett Building updated my text messages every so often. Mallett Building would text me the updates on what was going to happen next the whole time, kept me abreast of the latest developments. So I would give Mallett Buildings a 10 out of 10. One of the things that I was the most concerned about when I went to order my building was, is it going to be big enough? What size do I actually need? I ended up purchasing a 40 by 80, and the front 20 feet is the awning that you see. So the enclosed building is 40 by 60. And so come on, I'll show you around and you can see what actually fits in a 40 by 60. So I do different industrial steel projects. You can see I have a lot of big industrial equipment. And
Hello, Lee Mallett from Mallett Buildings. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I guess we'll start off with my sales. I like to always let people know what we got going and some specials with some really good deals. We're going to start out with the Elite Series. It's the best building in the industry. Nobody builds anything close to it. It's a 30 by 50, and I'm going to give you a free electrical package with this building, okay? There we go. You get 2 free doors. Show there. There you go. 5-on-12 roof pitch, 9-foot post spacing, 3-foot truss spacing. Okay? Nobody does that but us. But that is the Elite. That's the building. Everything's good. Now look, if you type in cash, I'm going to give you $1,000 Tiger money. That'll go off the price of that building. Go back. That'll be $38,999. And you're going to get that free electrical package worth $4,000 or $5,000. This is the buy. Now we got other bills and they're cheaper, but this is the best deal. Now let's keep going. All right. So this came up this afternoon, so I thought I would kind of straighten up some of this stuff. Folks, You can say things, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily true, I think. Fastest lead time in the industry, and it's not even close. What does that mean? Is it 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? What are you calling it? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's two things you need to understand about being the fastest lead time. What is your design process? My design process, after being in this business for 25 years, is to tell you, going fast ain't always the answer. Let me tell you why. The 15-day process gives you a chance to look at the drawings, make changes, so that when we order your building, it's ordered correctly and you're satisfied. If you go too fast with a design process, because I've been doing this a long time, what happens, you see things, oh, I wish I'd done this, wish I'd done that. If you take your time in that 15 days, you can do it in 5 days, we give ourselves up to 15 days to accommodate you, so that when we order it, when the final thing's done, you're going to docu-sign it, there's no question that's what you wanted. They don't do that. Because you see, they're going too fast. Apparently, they got no business. I don't know which one it is, but I can tell you how we do it. Now, the real problem with that statement is the permit process. A permit can take 1 day or months. It depends what parish, it depends what you're doing. If you're building a barnuminium or you're building an accessory building, it's two different. It's an apple and it's orange, and I promise you the permit process is totally different. The drawings are totally different. It takes time. That's really, I don't know what that is. But to advertise it and make you believe they're the fastest without, how long is this? Is it 2 weeks, 4 weeks? What is it? The other problem with this, I'm going to go to the next slide. This is where they buy their materials. Well, according to them, if you type that, go to their site right now, and you type delivered to, they're talking 7 to 12 weeks. Now, that's where they buy their materials. So I don't know where they get off telling you people that, because I'm going to keep telling you why. I really believe some of the things they say you really need to take with a grain of salt. For instance, 10-year workmanship warranty on the price match ad, which I'll talk about in a few minutes. How do you give a 10-year workmanship warranty when you've only been in business 3 years? It just doesn't make any sense. But you can say it. You don't even know if they're going to be in business. I've been in business so long, I've seen at least 5 of them go broke. With the same type of operations, with the same kind of stuff. Okay? The next problem you have with this particular group is they're convicted violators. You couldn't tell by the ad. But let's talk about the price match. They're not running the ads, because I'm going to tell you right now, all my competitors put your ad out there, and I'm going to do this to you. This is what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to price match and give the customer $1,000. Then if he calls in and types cash, another $1,000. So let's just take this ad. I'm $2,000 in cash cheaper. But don't pay more for less. Well, cash-wise, you are. But let's talk about it else. Look over here at my building. Same building. Same stuff. Except one thing. I'm going to give you free roof and wall insulation. I'm going to give you post-secured in concrete. I'm going to give you, where's it at? It's the retention cable system. That's all free. Now wait, I took $2,000 in cash to beat them, and wait, one 10 by 10, I'm going to give you 2 10 by 10s. Don't pay more for less. Well, that's paying more for less. That's the deal. These people, all these guys are trying to suck you in with things, and then when they get you there, you're going to get hooked. That's what this kind of stuff is. But if we're going to price match head up, tell the competitors, let's go, let's get it. We can compete. I love competing. It's in my DNA. And you know, Mr. Tackett is correct. You're getting ready to make a decision that's a lifetime decision. You're not buying a car that you're going to trade in 3 years. You're not buying a boat you're going to trade in 4 or 5 years. You're buying something you're putting on your property that you need to raise the value of your property. And it needs to be built right. It needs to be long lasting, because it's a lifetime project. You may keep your personal belongings in that building. It needs to be secured. He's right about that. You know, you're not ordering fast food from McDonald's. He's right. Good point, Mr. Tackett. You need to be careful. And there's some more stuff. There's another guy got caught. We're going to play that for you here shortly, in a minute with that deal. But here's the price match. There's no comparison. My God, $2,000 cheaper in cash. I'm going to give you an extra roll-up door. I'm going to give you roof and wall insulation. I'm going to give you cement in the holes. My God, folks, this isn't, I'm a professional and they're an amateur because I just gave you way more than they thought about it. Yet, don't pay more for less. That's what I keep telling. Every time they say something, this stuff, you need to be careful. Just because they say it does not make it so. Now, next slide. Barnuminium versus accessory building pricing. Okay, you know, do people understand when you say the word barnuminium, that's more residence. When you go to pull permits on a barnuminium versus an accessory building, it's like night and day. It's two different structures. So your pricing on a barnuminium is always going to be higher than an accessory building. Now you can come buy an accessory building, write that contract, and do whatever you want to do. I don't get in the middle of that. But I'm going to tell you, if you're going to make me go build a residence, as a contractor, I have to stand behind that foundation for 5 years if it's a residence. Legally. Okay? You're going to have trusses probably closer. You're going to have windows certain sizes. There's an array of restrictions or stuff to get these permits. And every parish is different. Every parish operates independent of each other. There's no consistency. I'm going to work on that in the next session. But right now, it is crazy that there's no consistency in the permit process, because it's not. Okay? Well, Mr. Tackett's right. If y'all are reading what he's saying, he said he spent 3 years in planning, determining our builder. Well, I wasn't worried about taking a few extra weeks for it to be exactly what he wanted. He's correct. To get in a hurry is not the thing to do. But the thing about it is, look, that's a picture of his place. Gonna be gorgeous when he finishes it. This is his home, and he's got a storage area in the back. You know, he was here 2 weeks ago, and hopefully we'll get him back. But if you won't, I'm running some, that particular take is being ran. If you want to listen to someone who is a buyer or a customer, listen to what he's got to say. Listen to what he says about how he was treated, and also how he enjoyed or what he thought about the construction of our buildings. But at the same time, he's also an ambassador, and I'm going to get to that soon. You can call Mr. Tackett, and he'll show you his building. He's very proud of it. I've talked to him, and we're going to try to get him back. We got it, and while we're talking about it, we got Dr. Kevin Linderman, who's going to be here Friday, who also is coming in. He's a customer, past customer, who's going to talk about his experience and show you his building. Okay? So every week, I'm going to try to start bringing people in, so you can hear it from the people. Okay, it's great to have all the reviews, and we do. But I love to bring people in. I love for them to show their buildings. I love for them to talk about, you know, how much they like or love their building and what it means to them and how they're using it. It's really, you know, the buildings have the ability to either be, you know, man caves, a place where you relax, a shop. It's just a great place to relax. If you're retired, it's a great place to get away. You know, if you want to build an apartment for your mother-in-law, it's a great place so they're close to you. There's all kind of things you can do. Thank you, Mr. Tack. He said he's got a person coming Friday to see their building. And he's got a great building. Really proud of that. Over here, what's this? It's an accessory building. That's an accessory building. Okay. Barnuminium, accessory building. Barnuminium, accessory building. You can see the difference. Now, you can design these things, do anything you want. But when you get to this stuff here, look, you got to figure out, what am I going to put on my ceilings? I can't put my trusses 5 feet apart. I'm going to have to put more trusses. You're going to have to follow more codes when you start doing this. Oh, they won't bring you power. They won't. They'll bring you no power. So you got to be careful about that stuff. So I wanted to cover that today, because some people don't understand there is a difference in a residential structure and an accessory building. That's not to say you can't take it and convert it. You can do what you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do with that accessory building. But when you punch that square that says barnuminium house, I have to start being more careful and explain to you this is going to cost more, because it's what we have to do in the building to meet the codes. From the right size windows in the rooms, the trusses, there's an array of things. But if you come or call a building specialist, or you had a question, ask me, I'll be glad to answer it. I come on here to answer questions. You don't have to call my building specialist. Call those yo-yos and then call me. I'll tell you, I'm good. I go live every day. You know why? I need to separate those of us who've been in the business longest and have proven what we can do against those who are trying and saying things that I don't particularly think are 100% correct. Okay? Next slide. Okay, let's talk about electrical packages and foundations. Okay, the electrical package is inside the building. So if you're trying to tie power underground to your house, that's not in the electrical package. It can be priced. Okay? But the electrical package fits inside the building. There's a weatherhead, but if you're going to tie to the building, they'll bring the power to the building. But if you're trying to tie to your existing power, which you can, you got to trench all that, and that's more conduit, it's more work, it's more electrical cost. So let's separate that. An electrical package is inside the building, and there'll be a weatherhead on the outside of the building. But it does not include trenching or going to your house to tie into other power. Okay? Like right here too. Look how far, if you're trying to tie to the existing power, look how far we'd have to trench. There's the concrete, by the way. We bring concrete to every job. Every job. The others don't do that. I'm glad I didn't even know that was in the picture, but that's a great picture. There it is. This building's been delivered. There's the mono truss that's going to go on the wing. Okay? We try to do things the right way. All right? So remember, when you start talking about electrical packages, when we say it includes, it's the inside. We're going to wire, we're going to put your plug-ins, we're going to put your lights, and they'll come out with the power with the weatherhead. You can tie to that. But it does not include, but we're a licensed electrical contractor. My competitors are not. They're subbing it out. So who are you doing business with on the electrical package? The sub or them? I mean, think about it. What if you have trouble or it doesn't pass code or something? Who are you going to call? Or who are you going to hold liable? The electrical contractor that was subbed out or them? So we have Mallett Buildings is a electrical contractor. I have a license. I just hired my own electrician. He works for the company. He's on the payroll. Okay? And so now we're moving into this electrical stuff. My competition thought they'd be smart by doing that and foam insulation. Well, I do foam too, but I give you free and roof on every one of my buildings now. So I kind of killed them on that one. You know, they're not pushing on that no more. Now they want to push the electrical. Well, I said, okay, we're going to do that. Let's just go get our own electrician license and come to work for us. And we'll get our own license and we'll do the. So now we're gun-ho, we're going to electrical. We expect to build probably 3 to 4 teams so we can take on the volume, because we're going to get in electrical business. Okay? Which is a good thing for you, because you're going to do it strictly with us. Next. Okay, foundations. When I price a building, it does not include your pad. That's the foundation. The concrete slab is not the foundation. You realize I was reading something Mr. Tackett said. He's right. There's a huge difference in electrical service to an accessory building and a barn to residence. That would be part of the barnabinium. He's going to be back here. I'm going to be bringing him back. He's working on some stuff to. I need to put him on the payroll. He's gun ho, man. He loves his building. I think he loves us, and we love him too. But anyway, getting back to these foundations, folks. There's no way. Put the next slide. Look at the difference in the elevations. How could you possibly bid or put a price when I haven't seen your location to see how many dirt, for instance? But go to the next one. Now, this will really explain to you why you cannot do this. This is a typical yard, let's say. Look at the difference in elevation. You can't do that to a building. That's a fence. That's a typical yard. So we got to make a level pad. So if this is how your yard looks, I don't know how much dirt you're going to take. That's why I can't put the foundation in the bid. You get that bid separately. And I highly recommend you get a licensed contractor. And I highly recommend that you get it tested, compaction tested. Okay? There's another fallacy. People seem to believe that these pads are part of the price. They can't be. There's no way to figure it. You might need 100 loads of dirt. How can I know that? Now, a lot of people seem to think, well, the concrete's the foundation. No, it's not. If you don't put it proper, think about this. Let's assume this is your yard. Let's assume we're going to put that building right here. So we're going to haul all this dirt in here and fill this cavity up, right? If that's not compacted properly, what's going to happen when you put the building, see this void here? When that dirt dries, and in a drought situation, the dirt dries, it dries up, it shrinks. When it rains, it expands. So if this isn't compacted properly, when that pile of dirt shrinks, it's going to come down, and your slab is going to crack. If it comes up, the pressure breaks it the other way. There's no way for us to bid the pad except separately. Okay, so I thought I would explain that in detail, okay? But I want to make it clear to you that you need to put a pad in. If you're going to do it right, and on our contract we've got a page that tells you the proper way. The industry standard is very simple. You got to remove the grass, remove the topsoil, degrass it, remove the topsoil, get down to the clay pan, then come back with like a 60-40 that has compaction. Okay? And get somebody to put that in. You're going to kill your chances of problems by 95%. That's not to say you still can't have hairlines. And you try to get to 96 to 98 on your compaction test. Okay? And I know a lot of people don't want to go to the expense, but man, if you don't have a foundation, you have nothing. You don't. You just might get lucky. Now, some things you can do. If you don't want to put a pad in, I don't recommend that, but you can go in and you can drill centricals or shafts to support it by drilling down to the clay pan, and then let the slab sit on these stanchions like they. You can saw cut or put expansions in there with saw cuts where the slab can flex. You can put expansion joints where the slab can flex. Okay? There's a lot of things you can do to stop this from happening. The most important thing is to try to put a pad in. If you put a pad in, you're gonna kill your chances of having any issues. Okay? So I wanted to show you that. I want to make that quite clear because a lot of people don't seem to understand. The pad is not in the price, and I don't know anybody does it because how can you price a pad if I don't know how much dirt it's going to take? What's your distance? How far to mobilize and bring equipment? What if you're 200 miles away? You got to mobilize, get a dozer over there. You got to drop it to a roller, sheep's foot or something to do the compaction. It's different at every place, so you can't do that. Okay? Now, let's see where we're going next. All right, this is concrete that we've put in the buildings. As you know, we build the building first, we put the concrete after the fact. You know what that means? There's no weight on this slab. All the weight is transferred to this. But see how wide this slab is? If there's not a compacted pad, and there's a drought, and that dirt shrinks, it's going to put pressure. Now, if you put the expansion joints, or the cuts, the control joints, if it cracks, it'll crack right there at the line. It's a straight crack, okay? And if you've got to change something, it's just a 10 by 10 square, whatever size you put the joints, okay? But, you know, you just, look, this is great until you start having problems. And so, you know, I really wanted to talk about that today. I think it's important people understand how important putting pads in. And the proper procedure. There's ways to get around not putting a pad. Pads can get expensive. And like I said, the most inexpensive way probably is, imagine every 10 feet there was a centrical, an 18-inch to 24-inch centrical down to the clay pad. And you place these all over the place, every 10, you know. So now the slab is not sitting on the ground, it's sitting on those stanchions. And so if it's on the pad, because you've drilled down 3-4 feet down to the clay pad. Okay? So the stanchion sits on the pad, concrete sitting on the stanchions hold it up. Okay? Next slide, please. All right, back to the 30 by 50 by 12. The Elite Series, free electrical package, $39,999. If you call in cash, you get $1,000 off of it. So it would be $38,999. And why is this the best deal? Go here. Look at what you get, folks. You're going to get a 10-year workmanship warranty from someone who's been in business 25 years, so I can say it. You're going to get engineered 2x8 trusses, the only people in the business doing that. I'm going to put my post every 9 feet, not 10 feet. I'm going to put my truss every 3 feet, not 5 feet. I'm going to make standard scissor trusses. I'm going to give you a 5 on 12 roof pitch. They're not doing that. Oh, you know, they'll tell you, well, we can charge you. Mine, it's in the deal. Okay? Oh, wait, we give you two 10 by 10 roll-up doors. Walk-through door, 26 gauge, roof and wall insulation, gutters, 6-inch slab. Most people put 4. This has got a 6-inch slab. That's worth three or four. That's about three. In today's world, with concrete, $160 to $180 a yard. That right there is about based on a 4-inch slab, $3,000. Post protectors, insulated windows, engineered wood screws, engineered cable retention system. I'm the only one that's doing that. 4x4 framework windows and doors. I saw that Fortify came. They finally decided to follow me. Concrete under every post, continuous ridge vents, Zac screws and roof wall, all wainscoted, engineered mono trusses, 145 mile per hour, licensed engineers on staff so that you know that the stamp I'm stamping is correct. There's some games they play with stamps. I've seen it. Be careful. Secure Watch. We watch everything from here, folks. We're inspecting what we do all the time, whether from the time we deliver to the time when we build, till we form, till we pour the concrete. We're on top of this, okay? Because we cover 3 states, so you know we got to be on top of our game. 24 access on, that's me. Every time I come on here, I give you my cell number, 337-515-2154. Every customer has my number because I am the owner of the company. My name is on the building, so I am customer service. And I answer my phone. You can call me 24/7. I don't know any other company or business owner doing that. But I tell you, like I said, I don't run from it. I advertise it, and that's you know, you can find me. I'm not running from nobody. I'm right here. Now, when we make a mistake, and we make mistakes because we're human beings, but we're going to make them right. And the fact that we've been here 25 years can tell you that we will make it right. So let's move on. Let's see where we're at now. Remember, type in cash this week on that elite building, and that's going to knock $1,000 cash off that building, and I'm giving you a free electrical package. That's worth probably $4,000 or more. All right, we're going to do a price match again. I've done told y'all about this. I mean, don't pay more for less, so don't buy that. Buy this. Why? Save $2,000 in cash right off the bat. Roof and wall insulation. Boom. No. 2 roll-up doors. 1. No concrete in the post. Yes. Retention cable system. Yes. No. They've only been in business 3 years. They're convicted violators. I don't know why you would entertain this when you've been offered this. It makes no sense, folks. It's too good of a deal. We make deals every day. That's why I'm on here. I'm on here every day, every day. If I'm out of town, I try to go live. If not, I get my second in command up here, but we're offering Tiger deals every day. Okay? Y'all read, if y'all watching, read what Mr. Tackett is saying. He's 100% correct. Next slide. All right, here. This guy just got picked up finally, and he is charged with contractor fraud, money laundering, misappropriation of financial property, exploitation, disabled, or elderly. So what I'm going to do now, we're going to take a 30-second or a break here. I'm going to play the KPLC article on this guy, and then we'll keep talking about these convicted violators. Now, he hadn't been convicted of this yet, but he's violated state law on the contractor side. Okay, go.
An embattled home improvement contractor who couldn't be found for 4 months was in court today. Good evening, I'm Cynthia Arsenault. Bobby Spoonmore stood before a judge in State District Court this morning, and Teresa Schmidt was there.
You don't usually think of a manhunt for a home improvement contractor, but in the case of Bobby Spoonmore, prosecutor David Pipes said there was what he called an active manhunt after he failed to show up for court in May. And since then, a lot of people have wanted to see Spoonmore brought to court to answer on multiple charges, including issuing worthless checks, identity theft, contracting without a license, residential contractor fraud. As Assistant Chief Deputy Franklin Fondell told us after they arrested Spoonmore a couple of weeks ago.
Spoonmore received funds from victims in exchange for work, but failed to complete the jobs. Spoonmore also failed to have proper licensing to provide to these victims that he was actually a licensed contractor. We also received complaints that Spoonmore was writing worthless checks to companies.
Spoonmore was in court on 9 cases with 16 charges in all, and more to come according to the DA's office. He pleaded not guilty to all of them. Judge David Ritchie concluded he did not believe Spoonmore would show up for court if allowed out on bond, nor was the judge confident Spoonmore would avoid getting arrested again. So the judge ordered Spoonmore to be held without bond. Teresa Schmidt, 7 News.
And no word when Spoonmore will be in court again. He's scheduled for a case management conference February 3rd. His attorney, Mike Wright, declined to comment, saying he'll speak in court.
What did y'all think about that? That's what I keep trying to warn y'all about these cats. Be careful. You work hard for your money. Do a little research before you spend your hard-earned money with someone who might do that to you. I mean, it's terrible. Go to the next slide. These two, same thing. I mean, folks, be careful. They all start out like these others. Everybody says, well, you know, you got to give them a chance to start. Well, maybe so, but you know what? You need to be careful not to make sure they're going to be. You need to make sure they're going to be in business and not screw you, because that's what's going on here. And they're taking advantage. This other guy took advantage of some elderly people. There's another lady, I have her, I didn't put up here today. She lost $160,000 because her friend recommended someone. Now, there's no reason for that stuff. As chairman of the state licensing board, I see this all the time. And it's terrible to see an elderly person be taken advantage of. Because all they want is their building or their place fixed properly. They're not out to hurt nobody. And you got people like this who are trying to act like contractors. You know, some been in business 2 years, some they just got their license, they operated illegally, they got caught, convicted of violating state law. What does that tell you about the character and integrity of these people to get caught? And that's the only time we caught them. That wasn't the only time they did it. Okay? It's hard to catch them. Somebody's got to report them just about for us to know what's going on. But all these people, and you go to the LSLB site, they've all been convicted of violating state contract law. All of them. Just be careful. Lord, just be careful. I mean, you know, I'm going to go over the red flags again. But folks, whether you buy from me or not, be careful. I want you to buy from me because I'm going to do it right. But this stuff, why would you do that? If you have this for the long term, if that's your objective, why would you take a chance on breaking state law? And then, well, I guess you figure you probably ain't going to get caught, but is it worth it if you're going to be in? See, that's my point. Why would a long-term thinker who goes into business say, well, you know what, if I'm going to go in the I'm going to go get licensed properly so that I'm not breaking any law, because that's going to hurt my business if I get caught. But apparently they don't care. What happened? You got no comments?
No, I had to refresh it.
Oh, okay. The 5 red flags. Look, first thing you do, go to the Secretary of State. 70 years they've been in business. Licensure, LSOBC. While you're there, look for this right here. This being the most important one. If you've been convicted of this stuff, folks, it's one of the biggest red flags you're ever going to see. You're taking a chance. But hey, it's your money, you can take a chance. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just trying to educate you on what you better watch for. Okay? Because this ain't the last rodeo we're going to find this happen in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It's not. There's more of this to come. There always is. You've always got people who are taking advantage of elderly, taking advantage of people who are not experienced, and it's there. They're in for the fast buck, and they'll be gone. Reviews on the BBB and Google. I carry almost 200 on the BBB. If you'll check on the BBB, I'm one of the few companies that have that many. Google, I got close to 400. Visit the contractor's facility. I don't know why if you're going to spend $30,000 or $40,000 or $50,000 or $10,000, why don't you come see who you're doing business with? I mean, folks, you can tell a lot by a person's place of business. And we're proud of our facility. We're proud of what we do. We're out on Interstate 10. You can't miss us. We have a big plant. We have a truss plant. We have some other things coming hopefully after the first of the year. But be careful. That's what that's all about. Now, what makes Mallett build a difference? One, 25 years in business. I've been a licensed contractor for 25 years. I've been building buildings for 25 years. So I've proven, you can trust me, I'm going to be here, you know. I give you my cell phone number. I'm going to do what's right by you, or I wouldn't have been in business 25 years. I would not have survived. Classifications. I'm in building construction, highway, street, and bridge construction, heavy construction, wharves, docks, home improvement terminals, electrical, building construction, resident, that's a duplicate. But anyway, none of my competitors in the post-frame business have all these classifications. They get the minimum, and the only reason they've gotten it lately is because I passed that law. They were all operating on home improvement, and when I changed the law, they decided, well, and some of them haven't been able to get the license, some have, but the bottom line is, why didn't you go get it before we changed the law? Why didn't you want to be a state licensed contractor before I changed the law? Why didn't you want to go take that test? Why? So, we're proud of that. Now, 25 years of business, licensed contract, no violations with the LSBC. All my reviews, I have 1 complaint in the last 3 years, 0 complaints in the last 12 months. Unlike Cornerstone has got 400 of them. I don't know how they still in business with 400 complaints, but anyway, it blows me away. So the Mallett difference, licensed contractor, no violations with the LSBC, reviews, legitimate facility, and you know something else? I am registered with the sales tax, because we pay sales tax. I haven't checked into that, but I'll make you a bet, which I'm going to do that this week. I'll make you a bet that I'm going to do some research, and there's going to be some of these cats that are not even licensed to pay sales tax. I'd almost bet money. I hadn't thought about that till just now when I read that. But I'm telling you, we are, because we buy so much materials, but I would venture to say they're not paying, they're not registered to pay sales tax. And you're required to do that. There's our facility. We're very proud of it. The truss plant's right here. I'll bring back out the way. That's the truss plant right here. There's our office complex. This is where we store all our lumber. We have trusses are here. We have you see all our trucks and everything back here. I own 160 acres on Interstate 10. This is where this facility is built. Okay? So you can tell we're going to be here for a while. We've been here 25, and I plan on being here until I pass. And after I pass, I think hopefully the employers will take over from the time that the good Lord decides I need to leave and go somewhere else. But anyway, come visit us. We'd love to take you on a tour. We'd love to show you our facility. You know, you can tell from the amount of cars, all the cars, we have a lot of employees. You know, something else we do. Thank you, Ms. Tackett. One of the things we do, we give back to the community. And I think this week I'm going to do a talk on that, and I'm going to show you all the things that this company has done. And we're very proud of that, whether it be education, whether it be for young kids, whistle stop, foster kids. We are involved, and we're not talking about spending a few dollars. We spend a lot of money helping these people, and we're proud of that. But you know what? That says a lot about our company. I think, I hope it says a lot about me, that's part of what we do. You know, too much is given, much is, you know, I get a lot, and I'm required, I think, to give back, and so we give back a lot, and we're proud of that. We do it every year. I mean, we're very, very proud of that, and education is a very important part. I'm on the LSU Board of Supervisors. I work hard because I believe Louisiana needs to keep all its talent here, and we need to work on our education system. And so I get back in that place. All right, So once again, the 30 by 50 by 12 Elite with free electrical package, okay? And if you type in cash right now, this week, this sale right here, this building will go on till Sunday, okay? $39,999 for a 30 by 50 by 12, and I'm giving you the electrical package. Type in, you're gonna get $1,000, so now it's $38,999, and I'm just gonna show you again all that comes with this building. Nice place, been there, we use when we're ready to retire. Okay, Mr. Payne, thank you for saying that. All right, so this is why this building, they'll say, well, you know, I build the same thing as Mallett. No, they don't. Or, oh, I sell cheaper. Well, yeah, you do cheaper. I'll give you that. That's because you don't put that in the dang building. You get by as cheap as you can and try to make people believe that you're doing this, and you're not doing this. None of y'all. I challenge all of them to ask me questions about whether that's true or not true. I challenge them to put their sell ad. Head up with me. Let's not say it, let's do it. I put my ads on, you can price match me. I got several ads running out. You can price match. What price match ad? Put my price match ad back up. Watch. All them competitors, here it is. Beat me. Come on. I'll put a stop to this price match because they started doing that too. We'll do price match. Well, there it is. Hit me. Try it. Let's go for it. But they won't because they can't do all that we do. Even on this price match, they're not going to give you all that insulation. They're not going to give you that other door. They're not going to do it. So go back. Back. Okay, we're talking about this building. You see what you got. Call us about this, but I'm telling you it's the best building, and get that free electrical package. Next slide. Remember, $1,000 cash. Type in cash, you get it. All right, there's the price match deal. I've said it twice, so you know what I'm talking about. Just if you want to, look, I'll give you this deal. Look, everything is right there. I don't play that game. Let's go. What you got? All right. Let's talk about this. All right. So we've always had a review policy here. If you send a review, I'll send you a $200 check because I appreciate you doing that. So now, the ambassador program, they showcase their building to prospective customers near you, give honest insight on your buying and building experience. You earn $200 that the customer buys. Show, okay, this is he's Beach City, Texas. He's an ambassador. Now show my map with all my okay, that's all my ambassadors right now. Not bad. I'm pretty impressed. Can the others say that? Do they got all this? And it grows every day. It grows every day. People get on board. Next slide. So, if you want to be an ambassador, if you bought a building and hadn't become an ambassador yet, give us, text ambassador, we're going to get with you, and we're going to get that going. You don't have to sell a building, or own a building to be an ambassador. If you think the world of us, love what we're saying, thinking about it, and you have a friend, and you help me get him to me, I'm going to take care of you. That's what I do. I take care of people who take care of me. Now, next one. All right, so what's this? In the ambassador program, starting next October, from right now, October to October, we're going to have the elite ambassador dinner, where you'll be invited to Calistoga Ranch, which is my place. All these ponds are stocked. We have the event center over here. We're going to have a band. We're going to feed you because we want to show appreciation. We have cabins. So the top 5 producers will get to stay with me. I'll feed you breakfast in the morning. And it's just my way of showing appreciation for those who helped me. We'll have a lot of fun. You can fish. Back in here we hunt guinea. And we'll soon have 2 deer hunting spots. And so we're really going to start working towards the people that help us, our customers. We appreciate all our customers. We couldn't be here without y'all. Customers, you know, I tell my people all the time, I said, look, it's the customers you work for. I just write the checks. But that's who's paying you, not me. And so that's going to be part of our ambassador program. Hey, it's a beautiful place. It's my own private resort that I've built. And I love it out there, and I think you'd love it too. We have suites, and we have cabins, and we continue to expand out there, but it's really pretty. I think you'd enjoy the night, and we'd love to, we're going to do that. So that's part of our program. So if you want to be an ambassador, hey, and get involved and possibly one of the 5, and look, there's going to be some cash prizes, and it won't be chicken feed. Top 5 producers will get some cash prizes, and it won't be chicken feed. You're going to be shocked at what that will be. But hey, type in ambassador, we'll call you and we'll tell you about that program. But folks, we do appreciate y'all. Once again, this is the sale of the week, $39,999. You get a free electrical package. Okay? 2 roll-up doors, windows. It's a beautiful build. It'd be beautiful. You'll love it. 2x8 truss. I mean, y'all, look, if you ever have a question, give me a call. I'm telling you, I can answer the question. So you can call the others, then call me, or come on live with me. I'll answer your question. You know what? I don't mind answering the question live, whatever the question is. I mean, I should, you know, if I'm going to earn your business, I should be able to answer you. I should be pretty transparent that I'm capable of answering any question you throw at me live. I won't stutter. I'll answer your question. But I think that's the end of the show today. I really do appreciate y'all coming. Last thing, hey, Friday, we have, Friday, Dr. Lindeman's going to be here. That's his building. We got an ad running that he put together. Watch that. That's what we played at the beginning. We'll play it at the end. You can listen to him talk. He's a customer that we really like, and he really loves his building. Now, if you look inside, if you look at the video, he made a really nice shop out of it. But he's going to be here Friday live with me, and I'm going to start bringing in customers every week that I can, schedule them to come in, and I'm going to let you listen to my customers live, not some words. And if you want to ask them a question, they'll be sitting right here. Let them tell you about their experience. Let them tell you about the building. I don't think you can get better than that, folks. I really don't. But look, once again, thank you. Y'all stay tuned. We're coming. I'll be here tomorrow. But Friday, tune into Dr. Lindeman. Hey, he's a great guy. I like him. Just like Mr. Tackett. Mr. Tackett has done a tremendous job. All of my ambassadors are great people. I mean, you know, I meet a lot of people because I'm in this business and I'm involved in a lot of things. But you know, in life, there's 2 things I think I'll remember when I'm on my deathbed: the food I ate and the people I met. It's the 2 things that I don't think I'd worry about too much anything else. I said I had a great time on this earth. I ate some great food, and man, I met some great people, and we meet some great people, and I enjoy people. So once again, look, thank you all for listening. Give me a call, 337-515-2154, or call us at 337-214-0428. Look, we really do appreciate y'all watching. Hey, call for a building. My people are standing by. Once again, have a nice night. Talk to y'all tomorrow.
I'm Kevin Linderman, and I wanted to show you guys around my new Mallett Premium building. And one of the other things I wanted to talk to you about today was how impressed I was with Mallett as a company. I'm a pretty particular person, as you're probably going to be able to tell when you look at the inside of the shop, but I couldn't find one thing to complain about. All the crews showed up on time. They did exactly what was expected. They cleaned up after themselves. They finished in time, and I couldn't be more satisfied with the whole process. Mallett Building updated my text messages every so often. Mallett Building would text me the updates on what was going to happen next the whole time, kept me abreast of the latest developments. So I would give Mallett Buildings a 10 out of 10. One of the things that I was the most concerned about when I went to order my building was, is it going to be big enough? What size do I actually need? I ended up purchasing a 40 by 80, and the front 20 feet is the awning that you see. So the enclosed building is 40 by 60. And so come on, I'll show you around and you can see what actually fits in a 40 by 60. So I do different industrial steel projects. You can see I have a lot of big industrial equipment, and I have plenty of room to get around. I even have room to set things on the floor if I have a really large project that doesn't fit on the welding table. And then in this back corner over here is where I have all of the automotive. Wash my truck, put diesel exhaust fluid in. This is also where I keep my bolts and screws in this gray cabinet, and I decided to go with shop air. So I have 3/4 inch air running throughout the whole shop. This is my sharpening station if I need to sharpen a chainsaw or work on any small engines. And then you can see my wood shop is on this side over here. Now you can tell about how much better the metal side looks than the wood side. I'm more of a metal guy than a wood shop guy. Right here, I developed a paint booth because no matter what project I do, I'm gonna end up painting it at some point. And so this is air conditioned. There's double doors in case I have a big project I need to bring in, but I have air ran in here and air conditioning, and this fan vents the fumes outside. You can see I have the 3 lights so I don't get any shadows. This room is 8 foot by 12 foot. And then this room over here is